Hi everyone, welcome to StunnerShare. So today in this video, what we are going to see is the calls, whatever I have taken today, and then the stocks, whatever I've taken today, and then what else? The Nifty review, what I have given, like Nifty levels, what I have shared, and what has happened to that. So those things will be covered in this video. Come, let's move on with the Nifty levels, what I've shared, and then we will proceed further. So for 24th November, what I have mentioned is like it has to close about 12,970. Then any pullback can be a buying opportunity. So this is the Nifty. So this close is around that, and it was a gap up, and the gap up open itself it is about 13,000, and it has closed about 12,900. The close is around 13,020. So after that, what I have mentioned is like any pullback is going to be a buying opportunity. It gave a good pullback and then started moving up further. So this is what I have also shared in the update video. Like let me show that also. So this is the video, live update video. In this video also, I've also said that if suppose Nifty is able to take a support, then it can move further up. If in case it is not able to take a support, and if it is able to drop down, then we can see until the move till CPR. Okay, so this is what I have told in that video, and you guys can cross check that video. I'll try to tag this video here, and for this, the levels, first level which I mentioned goes about 12,970. It any pullback is going to be a buying opportunity, and exactly happened the same. And the other levels are like not valid because it did not do anything with regards to that. And bank Nifty levels I have already shared. Try to open the chart, check how it is opened, how it has closed, and where all the closes happen, and any pullback is seen or not, and when the pullback is seen, any reversals are seen or not, and all those things you guys can check it over there. So ITC as expected, I shared the level yesterday, 194 to 196 is expected, and also I've also shared the same thing in previous video, like yesterday's video, like intraday setup, entry and exit. In this video, I've explained about ITC also. Kindly do watch that video for better understanding. I'll try to tag that video also with along with this. So then, okay, so Bajaj Auto was a long back trade. I already shared, and that also has been shared in YouTube. You guys can check on the same. So Bajaj Auto was like a pattern which was seen, and this is a classical breakout retest pattern. So this gave a good breakout, and after the breakout, a good pullback to the breakout zone, and then started moving up very good. So this was the trade which I have shared in the channel or in the YouTube channel also. Kindly watch those videos also. I think those videos will be here in these three stocks maybe. Just watch it so that you guys can understand like what all has been said. And then, so Adani Ports was it today's first call. Okay, let me take the trade screenshot. Oh, okay, this is the 5 trades which I've taken. So Asian Paint, let us see what has been done and what did I do in that. This is the Asian Paint chart. Okay, fine. So Asian Paint, it was not a mistake, but I'm not able to exactly say. So Asian Paint went with a good upside move. So I was expecting it to move further upside, but unfortunately, it was not able to go. So and after a close above the previous week high, only I tried this trade. So a good consolidation is also seen. And after the previous week high, I waited for close below R1 to exit, but it took a support over here, and then also it started moving. But then unfortunately, it was not able to break R2, and monthly high was also there. And I placed my stop loss at this candlestone and it got hit. So my entry was around 2228 and my exit was around 2211. So nearly 17 points of stop loss has got hit in Asian Paints. And then the how did I take this trade? That would be a good question. So it was a follow-up trade. Yesterday I took Asian Paints. Clear? And with that only I started taking this trade again. In none of my screeners Asian Paints come, and that was one single mistake I have done today. Usually I go with these stocks which comes in my screener, but this time maybe due to overconfidence I have just gone through it. And then Kotak Bank was a decent trade. I took 1% and then I came out. So Kotak Bank is one narrow CPR stock which came, and it also closed above the first candle itself closed above the previous week high. So my initial thought was like after the 15 minutes candle, I waited to see any pullback. So any pullback would be a good opportunity for a buy side. So I was expecting a good pullback to this zone and then a upside move was possible. So I was expecting this sort of move, but this candle alone gave a small pullback, and I was expecting it to take support at previous day high. So this is the previous day high. I was expecting it to take a support over here, but then it took a support at R1 itself, and that is how I initiated a trade above this candle, and I took 1%. The trade screenshot was also shared in this. So let me show you. Yeah, Kotak Bank, I entered at around 1920. So if you guys could see, this is the screenshot, and I booked at nearly 1%, exactly 1%. So okay, let it be like anything. So this is how I took Kotak Bank. And the next stock was ITC. ITC is also something which I was following up because yesterday I told you guys that 194 to 196 is possible. And ultimately, this also came under a narrow CPS screener. And again, this one is also close above previous week high as well as R1. But I waited for a pullback. I did not take the entry in this candle. I waited for a pullback, and then these two candles, okay, not confident, so I waited for a pullback again. So any pullback would be a good buying opportunity. And ultimately, after this candle give a close, I took an entry. So from here to here, I just booked some 1 point or something, and around that I came out. So this is what has happened with ITC. So ITC, I was expecting it to further move up, but maybe today is not the day, but it can go up. So that is what I'm expecting. I'll track it for another 3 days in this week. And then Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma was a decent trade. I was waiting for it to take a support, and it has happened exactly. So Sun Pharma is one stock where it was roaming inside the CPRs for a longer time. So my expectation was like, okay, so this is a higher value CPR. The candles opened above the CPR, so the acceptance bias is accepted, and it started roaming at the CPR zone. So what I did was like, so this above this candle, I took an entry. Why I took an entry is like because this is the only one green candle which I could see, and after that, all of small candles and red candles only I could see. So if any entry is triggering above this, then I was expecting R1 to touch, and that is what exactly happened. So an entry above this, and then 1% I booked and I came out. So this candle stop I booked and I came, but still it has moved further. And if it is breaking this previous week high, then previous month high is possible. If it is breaking previous month high, then 550 to 560 range is also possible. But let's wait and watch on how it is going to break this zone. So this is Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma is based on a higher value CPR scanner. And then the next one is Adani Ports. Adani Ports also comes under the narrow CPR stock. Yes, so narrow CPR stocks, and though it is a narrow CPR stock, it is a lower value, and it has opened gap up with the bias which is getting rejected. And after that, the same concept which I have used in Kotak, and I waited for a pullback. So this small candle showed a good pullback. Not a good pullback, but this is some sort of strategy I follow. So any good close above the good close fulfillment candle, and if suppose this second candle is coming for a pullback or giving a doji sign or a hammer sign, and then if it is breaking the first candle, first 15-minute candle size, then I'll be taking an entry. And above this, I took an entry and I booked in this candle's high itself. So nearly some 2%, more than 2% I got in Adani Ports itself. And that screenshot also was shared in the channel. See over here, Adani Ports 389.75 was my entry, and 397, nearly 8 points, on which is nearly more than 2% of my entry has been done. So this is how I took the trade. So my trades mostly will be on narrow CPR stocks and how the candles are taking support, or all those things will be considered. And one more stock which I was focusing was also on Reliance. and this is the Reliance chart. And if you guys could see, after giving a close below the CPR, it was not able to break this candle span. It was continuously consolidating for a longer time. So I was expecting it to give a good close, good upside move, and same thing has happened, but I did not trade in this stock for today. But that is why. So why I said Reliance now is like, so you guys need to watch the chart. So if irrespective of any screener giving any stock, whether a sell screener gives a sell stock, but I will not be deciding whether to go for a sell. I'll be checking on the price action. Then once after the price action only, I decide whether to go or not. And a few other stocks which came in ORPRB strategy or Techcom and Tata Motors, but both of them did not give an entry for me. So let me show that also. So Techcom is one stock which came in this screener for buy side, and after this fourth 10-minute candle, I need to go for entry, but it did not give an entry. And Tata Motors also is one stock which gave an entry for me. So Tata Motors is one stock which gave an came in ORPRB strategy. So above this candle, I need to take an entry. But whosoever has attended the session, they will be knowing whether I'll be taking as entry or not, because the upper wick shows that it is better to avoid a trade, or wait for a good close candle above this candle to go for a trade. So that is why I waited. And this candle also had a good upper wick, and I finally decided not to take a trade, and ultimately did not give an entry at all. So these are the two stocks which came under ORPRB strategy. No other stocks came under ORPRB strategy. And ORPRB strategy, I have lot of fine tuning has done. So though Nifty 50 I choose only two stocks comes, and what I checked is like, even I choose Nifty 200, I rarely get five stocks for a trade. So one day maybe I'll do a walkthrough on the screeners, whatever I have written. And if you guys wanted to know what is ORPRB strategy and all those things, kindly check out for the membership plan for the ORPRB session videos. So you guys will be really useful. So you guys will be will have to pay for it to see that. But I feel like it is worth for the money what you're paying for it. So it need not be a full-time payment also, like continuously you need to see it, but only once if you go it, and if you upgrade it for a month, and you can see it for the entire videos which is in the playlist. So that's it from my end. If you guys have any other queries, do let me know in the comment section. If you guys have any doubts also, please do ask. If you guys feel the content is good, kindly give a like, and if you guys want to share this to your friends and family, kindly do a share. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for more videos.